Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are covering a major development in Middle East politics. Former U.S. President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu have announced their agreement on a new peace plan for Gaza. But what exactly is in this plan? Who supports it? Who opposes it? And what are the chances it will actually bring peace? Stay tuned as we break it all down for you in detail. 1. Introduction and context. For decades, Gaza has been at the center of one of the world's most difficult and violent conflicts. The war between Israel and Hamas has taken thousands of lives, destroyed entire neighborhoods, and left millions of civilians trapped in uncertainty. Now, in late 2025, Trump has stepped forward with what he calls a comprehensive 20-point plan to end the war. Netanyahu has voiced his support, at least for many of the proposals. However, Hamas and several other parties remain unconvinced. So, let's take a closer look. 2. The 20-point peace plan. Trump's plan was unveiled during high-level talks in the United States. The proposal includes 20 points that, according to him, are designed to bring an immediate end to hostilities and set the stage for a long-term solution. Some key elements are ceasefire and disarmament. Armed groups in Gaza would be required to hand over heavy weapons. Release of hostages. Within 72 hours, hostages held by Hamas and other groups must be freed. In exchange, there would be prisoner releases on the Israeli side. International oversight. A temporary international authority would administer Gaza, replacing Hamas's control. Reconstruction and aid. Billions of dollars in aid would be directed toward rebuilding Gaza's destroyed infrastructure. Political transition. Hamas would not play a political role in the new Gaza administration. These points, at least on paper, sound ambitious, but how realistic are they? 3. Netanyahu's response. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced that he supports the peace plan in principle. He described it as an opportunity for Israel to end the war with strong guarantees for security. However, Netanyahu also made it clear that Israel will not simply accept every condition. He emphasized that if Hamas does not comply, Israel will continue military operations on its own terms. This shows that while Netanyahu is aligning with Trump diplomatically, he is also leaving space for unilateral Israeli action if negotiations fail. 4. Hamas and Palestinian reaction. Perhaps the biggest question is, what does Hamas say? At the time of this announcement, Hamas has not agreed to the plan. Leaders of the group argue that it strips them of political legitimacy and gives Israel too much leverage. Palestinian civil society groups are also skeptical, fearing that the plan may not truly represent the voices of the people in Gaza. Without Hamas's participation, the plan faces a huge obstacle, because realistically, no peace agreement can succeed if one of the main players in the conflict rejects it. 5. International reactions. Global reactions have been mixed. The United States, under Trump's leadership, is promoting the plan as historic. European leaders have cautiously welcomed the effort but warned that implementation will be extremely difficult. Arab nations are divided. Some, like Egypt and Jordan, may support the idea of international administration in Gaza, while others are critical of excluding Hamas. The United Nations has not officially endorsed the plan, instead calling for more dialogue and inclusion of all parties. This shows how complicated the international landscape truly is. 6. Opportunities and challenges. Let's break down the potential benefits versus the challenges. Opportunities. If implemented, the plan could stop the violence immediately. Hostages and prisoners could be released quickly, which would bring relief to many families. Billions in aid could help rebuild Gaza, restoring schools, hospitals, and homes. International oversight might create a buffer between Israel and militant groups. Challenges. Hamas's refusal to participate makes implementation nearly impossible for now. Israel is unlikely to trust international forces fully with its security. The Palestinian people may see the plan as imposed from outside rather than negotiated with them. Even if violence stops temporarily, deeper political issues remain, such as statehood, borders, and long-term governance. Expert opinions. Experts in Middle Eastern affairs note that this plan is bold but also fragile. Some analysts say Trump is trying to return to the world stage with a big win in diplomacy, and Netanyahu is using the opportunity to show leadership during a difficult time. Others argue that without direct negotiation with Hamas, no plan will succeed. They point out that Hamas controls the ground in Gaza, and ignoring them is like trying to build a bridge without one of its foundations. Still, many agree that the plan signals a shift in political dynamics, and it may open the door to further talks. 7. What this means for ordinary people. For the people of Gaza, the main concern is survival. Many are living without electricity, clean water, or stable shelter. If the plan delivers aid and reconstruction, it could improve daily life dramatically. For Israeli citizens, the priority is security. If the plan successfully ends rocket attacks and restores safety, it could win public support. Ultimately, whether this plan succeeds or fails will directly affect millions of ordinary men, women, and children on both sides. 8. Summary. So, let's recap the key points. Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu have announced agreement on a 20-point Gaza peace plan. Netanyahu supports the plan with conditions, but Hamas has not agreed. The plan includes ceasefire, disarmament, international oversight, hostage exchanges, and reconstruction aid. International reactions are divided. The opportunities are real, but the challenges are enormous. 9. Summary. So, let's recap the key points. Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu have announced agreement on a 20-point Gaza peace plan. Netanyahu supports the plan with conditions, but Hamas has not agreed. The plan includes ceasefire, disarmament, international oversight, hostage exchanges, and reconstruction aid. International reactions are divided. The opportunities are real, but the challenges are enormous. 10. Closing thoughts. The question remains, will this plan be the beginning of lasting peace, or just another proposal that fades away? Only time will tell whether Hamas, Israel, and the international community can find common ground. But one thing is clear, the people of Gaza and Israel desperately need an end to violence. If this plan, or any plan, can achieve that, it would be a historic breakthrough. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think? Can Trump's plan bring peace to Gaza, or is it destined to fail? See you in the next update. Stay informed, stay safe.